Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get our festivities started this evening, we are going to recognize our athletes.
And good evening. Welcome to the Hack Highliner Wrestling coming away tonight here on the Highliner Activity Network. And we are going to get right down to the floor for Parents' Night tonight. So let's get down to the floor and tonight's Parents' Night festivities.
Seventh grader, Catherine Russell. Parents, Dorothy and Don Russell. Eighth grader, Simon Trapp. Parents, Luke and Lonnie Trapp. Eighth grader, Trevor Mathias. Parents, Ryan and Don Mathias. Eighth grader, Trenton Giesler. Parents, Brad Giesler and Alicia Giesler. Eighth grader, Haley Ford. Parents, Stephanie and Sean Ford. Eighth grader, Brady Broke. Parents, Eric and Alicia Broke. Freshman, Bethany Schultz. Parents, Ken and Stephanie Schultz. Freshman, Faith Nance. Parents, Ferris Nance. Freshman manager, Claire Johnson. Parents, Mike Johnson and Bambi Johnson. Freshman, Layton and seventh grader, Tristan Hendrickson. Parents, Jesse and Jennifer Hendrickson. Freshman manager Sophia Hansen and seventh grader Callan Hansen. Parents Trevor and Sarah Hansen. Freshman Gabby Hannon. Parents Wade and Aaron Hannon. Freshman Chase Coughlin and seventh grader Carter Coughlin. Parents Ryan and Marita Coughlin. Freshman Spencer Brown. Parents, Marcy Beta and Eric Cello. Freshman manager, Ava Ask. Parents, Rudy and Stephanie Ask. Sophomore, Hunter Undo. Parents, Jeremy and Lacey Undo. Sophomore, James Sir. Parents, Darwin and Jen Sir. Sophomore, Tyson Clable. Parents, Matt and Cynthia Clable. Sophomore, Andon Bulow and 8th grader, Bowen Bulow. Parents, Aaron and Tara Bulow. Sophomore, Valeria Acosta Batista. Parents, Alejandro Acosta. Junior, Ryan Muskie. Parents, Doug and Amber Muskie. Junior manager, Vicky Matson Gemba. Host family, Melissa Bitts. Junior, Jack Leroux. Parents, Mike and Sarah Leroux. Junior, Deegan Kirschenman. Parents, Lana and Dustin Kirschenman. Junior Cruz and 7th grader Camden Kappenman. Parents Corey and Katie Kappenman. Junior Miley Christensen. Parents Cindy and Jason Christensen. Senior Victoria Sanchez and 8th grader Amari Ronsberg. Parent Renee Ronsberg. Senior Colton Griebel. Parents York and Nikki Griebel. Senior Dylan and freshman Owen Hunt. Parents Rob and Rochelle Hunt. Senior Billy Hughes. Parent Billy Hughes. Senior Quincy Corbin. Parents Danny and Carly Corbin and Annie Bushman. Your 2024-2025 Highliner Wrestling family. The coaches would like to thank all of the parents for the support of our Highliner Wrestling program. Your sacrifices do not go unnoticed. This concludes our Parents' Night portion.
There are your parents and wrestlers. Valley City Wrestling on Parents' Night tonight here as Valley City gets ready to take on Grand Forks Red River in EDC action. And the Highliners coming in 2-4 in conference play, 4-7 overall. And Red River also 4-7 overall in duels, and they are 0-4 on the season in the EDC. Of course, last year, Valley City being in the Eastern Dakota Conference, they're going to be moving down to Class B next year, and in that very, very tough Southeast region, as the Highliners will be dropping down to Class B next season. And of course, looking at this Highliner team, a team that has just the one. Well, they have several seniors. They have a 4-senior roster. Colton Griebel, Quincy Corbin, Billy Hughes, and Dylan Hunt, the 4 seniors on this roster, and a lot of 7th and 8th graders on this young squad for Valley City. And, of course, those kids are down in the lower weights. It's going to be a quick night tonight. The junior varsity, there's only going to be 4 junior varsity matches. And then we're going to get started with the junior varsity here coming up momentarily. Was supposed to get it going about 6:45, so we're a little behind schedule. And then we'll have the varsity at about 7:15. Should be a good varsity match, a matchup that Valley City should look strong. And you look what the Highlanders have done here as of late. Valley City has had a very strong stretch, a couple of wins. Matter of fact, they have won their last 2 matches in the EDC, as they have had wins over West Fargo, back-to-back wins over West Fargo. They also beat Belcourt, Turtle Mountain Community High School, and those 2 matches were at the Sertoma up in Grand Forks. A tough 39-34 loss to Stewartville up at Sertoma, and recently they've won their last 2 in the EDC. They defeated Fargo South 71-5 and defeated West Fargo 44-30 after dropping their first 4 duels in conference season, losing to Devils Lake 63-12, West Fargo Cheyenne 51-20, Fargo North 37-36, and then a 37-30 loss to Breckenridge Wahpeton. But they've won their last 2, and after tonight, they have a triangular coming up here on Tuesday of next week, as Grand Forks Central and Central Cass will be in town for that triangular. Then they'll wrap up the regular season on the road at Fargo Davies on February 6th. Highlanders are coming off the Store Hog this past weekend down in Lisbon. Another solid weekend for the Valley City boys. 4 wrestlers placing at the Store Hog this past weekend. Colton Greenville with another championship, and I tell you, Colton owns that tournament, as this was the 4th year in a row that he has won at the Store Hog, and in every one of those matches in that 4-year run that he has won at the Store Hog, he has won by either a tech fall or by a pin. And he did it this year with a 4-0 record, and he defeated a very good wrestler in Sawyer Owens out of Hillsborough Central Valley, who was undefeated, ranked number 1 in Class B at 139, and he beat him by tech fall 15-0. Got a 3-point takedown with 1:18 to go in the 3rd period to pick up that tech fall. He was also named Outstanding Wrestler for the tournament. And they're going to do a little presentation for Mr. Greenville coming up here prior to the varsity match, because he keeps adding to his legacy here at Valley City. Of course, Brother Coy, who had that storied career here at Valley City, now wrestling in Iowa. Well, this past weekend at the Store Hog, he passed Brother Coy on the all-time wins list. Coy at 204, Colton now sitting at 206, and is second only to Parker Larson, who had 238 victories in his career as a Highlander wrestler. Also this past weekend, by winning the Store Hog Championship, it's the 21st tournament championship for Colton, which sets a new school record, breaking the old record held by Ace Anderson as far as number of tournament championships in his career. So they are going to be honoring Colton coming up here in just a few minutes prior to tonight's match. Also, last weekend at 189 pounds, Ryer Muskie, he took 3rd place as he defeated Charles Richter of Bismarck St. Mary's 7-1 in the 3rd place match. And it's the 2nd time that Muskie had beaten Richter in the tournament, having won 7-0 when the two met in the quarterfinals. Dylan Hunt, he took 5th at 2:15. He defeated Max Klein of Oaks by fall in 4:12 in the 5th place match. And on his way to that 5th place championship, he defeated teammate Andon Bulow in the consolation round to end Andon's tournament and move on in the 215 weight class. And at 285, Owen Hunt, he lost in the quarterfinals to Carter Michelich, the eventual champion at 285 from Bismarck St. Mary's. Well, then Hunt would come back and win his next 4 matches, including a pin over top seed Aiden Hinkle of Lisbon in the 3rd place match. And again, as a team, the Highliners came up with a 122.5 point tournament and finished 8th out of 20 teams at the Store Hog this past weekend. And the girls are not wrestling tonight. They are off until this weekend, when they're going to be heading to Castleton for the Belle of the Brawl tournament that they'll have at Central Cass. And they're coming off a very successful tournament at Napoleon, which was called the Brawl for the Crown at Napoleon Gackle Streeter. And they ended up having 8 place winners in that tournament, including another championship for Miley Christensen, who has now won 16 matches in a row, improving to 28-1 on the year. Victoria Sanchez placed 2nd at 124. Deacon Kirschman, she placed second at 130. Valeria Acosta Batista, she was third at 136. And Catherine Russell placed third at 148. Spencer Brown was fourth at 112. And she went 0-3 in the round-robin format, but so was placed in fourth place. And Haley Ford at 124, she placed fourth by going 2-2. And at 118, Bethany Schultheis was fifth with a 4-2 mark as she defeated Elise Christensen and Pauline Gackle-Streeter by fall in the fifth place match. And Camden Kappelman did not place in the tournament, neither did Faith Nance, but they both they went 0-2 on the weekend. And as a team, again, the Highlander girls had 130.5 points and placed fifth out of 11 teams. Still not their best, as their best was 145 points when they finished second at the holiday tournament. We have got varsity wrestling coming up here in just a few minutes. Junior varsity first, 4 matches for junior varsity, and then the varsity match to follow. This is Highliner Wrestling on the Highlander Activity Network, and tonight's wrestling is being brought to you here on the Highlander Activity Network. As I scroll through the 1,000 texts that we had today here amongst the Highlander Activity Network, and tonight it is Pizza Corner and Valley City State University are sponsors for tonight's wrestling. Ray Nelson, our technical director, camera operator here tonight. The lights are off, and we're about ready to start with the junior varsity wrestling. Again, just 4 junior varsity matches, and we'll have that coming up. This is Highlander Wrestling here from the Hack on the Highlander Activity Network. And before we get into our matches tonight, again, we'll have our starting lineup. We'll have our national anthem, sung by Sarah Hansen here tonight. Of course, as not only a wife to the head coach, but a mom to one of the student managers and wrestlers. But now, our national anthem.
Sarah Hansen sing our national anthem.
Also, before we get too far along here in tonight's wrestling, just have to thank you, our viewers here on YouTube that follow Highlander Athletics here on the Highlander Activity Network and on YouTube. It's because of you that we keep this channel going and have the success that we do. In the last 90 days, in the last 3 months, we've had 33,000 views on our channel. That's 366 a day. So we want to thank you, our viewers and loyal Highliner fans that tune in to Highliner Athletics each and every night. And a busy week this week, wrestling tonight, basketball Tuesday, basketball Thursday, and we're just getting into the dog days of the winter sports season. Starting lineups getting introduced, and then we'll have our junior varsity match, and then our varsity matches tonight with the Highliners and Grand Forks Red River. And in between the two, we'll have a special presentation for Colton Griebel. So we'll be back with wrestling here from the Hack. It's the Highliners and the Rough Riders coming up in EDC Wrestling on the Highliner Activity Network.
At 133, the Rough Riders are open. For the Highliners, Callan Hansen. At 139, for the Rough Riders, Miles Larson. And for the Highliners, Colton Griebel. Missed one at 127 pounds for the Rough Riders, Brody Ray. And for the Highliners, Trenton Giesler. At 145 pounds for the Rough Riders, Noah Biocic. And for the Highliners, Jaden Sir. At 152 pounds for the Rough Riders, Max Martins. And for the Highliners, Cruz Kapanen. At 160 pounds, the Rough Riders are open. For the Highliners, Tyson Clavo. 172 pounds for the Rough Riders will be Quinn Rarick. And for the Highliners, Leighton Hendrickson. At 189 pounds, the Rough Riders are open. For the Highliners, Ryan Muskie. At 215 pounds for the Rough Riders, Garrett Prefty. And for the Highliners, Dylan Hunt. And at heavyweight for the Rough Riders, Sam Bierke. And for your Highliners, Owen Hunt. The Rough Riders are coached by Mr. James Covington, assisted by Trevor Pacino and Jesus Flores. Your Highliners are coached by Trevor Hansen, Aaron Larson, Matt Marsh, and Jax Gomes. Your official for tonight's festivities is Mr. Corey Herlickson. At this time, if we can have Mr. Colton Griebel go to the center, please. Senior Colton Griebel recorded his 200th career varsity win on Saturday, January 11th, 2025 at the Bismarck Rotary. In the process of winning at the 200, Colton won his fourth consecutive Bismarck Rotary tournament, defeating a 3-time state champion in the finals. Colton is the first Highliner to accomplish winning this prestigious tournament 4 times. Colton currently sits at 206 career varsity wins for the Highliners and is in second place all time, just in front of Big Brother Boy, who won 204 varsity matches in his Highliner career. Colton also set another school record this past weekend in Lisbon with his 21st career varsity tournament championship, breaking the VCHS school record of 20 tournament championships set in 1998 by Ace Anderson. In the Lisbon Storehog Tournament, Colton won 4 consecutive Storehog titles, and in this title run, Colton won a perfect 17-0 with 14 pins and 3 technical falls, defeating a defending Class B state champion and previously undefeated wrestler in the finals by a score of 15-0. Colton was named the outstanding wrestler of the tournament. Rusty, 2023 state champion at 220 pounds. Parker Larson, 2020 160-pound state champion. Brandon Larson, 2012 195-pound state champion. Alex Andell, 2011 heavyweight state champion. And Jason Schustrom, 1990 130-pound state champion and Class A Mr. Wrestling. Congratulations, Colton, on this milestone award.
Well, I'll be honest, it's not too hard to get a little misty-eyed with that presentation with Colton Griebel. I had the pleasure of watching all of his varsity matches in the 8 years been here in Valley City. And it has been a pleasure watching him. And, hey, we still got lots of wrestling left to go for that young man here over the next month. Well, as they have the flip to see who's going to be presenting first, we'll be back. We've got Junior Varsity Wrestling coming up, the Highliners and the Rough Riders. This is Valley City Highliner Wrestling here on the Highliner Activity Network. Again, being brought to you tonight by Pizza Corner and Valley City State University.
Red River chose odds, meaning they will report in the odd-numbered matches. All right, we're going to have 3 JV matches here before we get to the varsity match. Our first JV match for the Rough Riders will be Evan Saylor. And for the Highliners, Billy Hughes. Takedown, Hughes. 3 near fall, Hughes. Winner by fall, Billy Hughes. for the Rough Riders will be Drake Johnson. And for your Highliners, Jack Leroux.
Billy Hughes winning by fall in the 145-pound match in the JV match. Now Jack Leroux, the junior, at 172. In this junior varsity match, we got 4 JV matches here before we will head to the varsity matches this evening, which will start at 107. And there were 2 or 3 open weight classes for the Rough Riders. There's a takedown by Jack. And of course, if you have not followed wrestling this year, scoring different. 3 points for a takedown, 4 points near fall. And so scoring different, and, chatting with Scott Miller, the longtime scorekeeper, what he was telling us, he's been involved in wrestling at Valley City for some 50 years, I think, as here in Valley. And he was saying with the scoring, you're not going to see a lot of pins, takedowns. You're going to see a lot of tech falls, because if you get 3 points for a takedown and then 4 points for near fall points, before you know it, you're going to have your 15 and you're going to have a tech fall. And so you're not going to see a lot of pins, a lot of takedowns, as it'll be takedown, near fall points, and that'll be the end of the match. Right now, Jack Leroux working here. Again, this is one of our junior varsity matches at 172 pounds. We'll have 4 of these before we get into the varsity match. Jack has faced Fennell Somali in the past. He won by a medical forfeit. They were to meet at the Rumble. And Jack, that's the only time that he would face a Rough Rider wrestler. Billy Hughes, who won by fall. Evan Saylor, he defeated Saylor at the Rumble in the red, the JV version, back in early January. In the other matchup between Highliners and Rough Riders, again, this is the first chance Valley City has had to face Red River. Last year that they will have be in the EDC, moving into Class B again next year. Coaching staff for the Highliners, of course, head coach TJ Hansen, assisted by former head coach Aaron Larson, Matt March, Jack Gums, and of course Dustin Kruger, Tim Miller, who work with the girls, also helping out with some varsity wrestling as well. A great coaching staff here for Valley City. 3-0 Leroux leads as we get started in the second period. Our second junior varsity match. And then we'll get into the varsity. The Highliners take a look at what they've got coming up after this duel tonight. As I mentioned, they will have a triangular with Grand Forks Central and Central Cass, and the EDC triangular next Tuesday. Then they'll finish up on the road at Fargo Davies Thursday, February 6th. The individual tourney for the EDC will be on February 15th at West Fargo Cheyenne, and of course the state tournament at the Fargo Dome. That'll be coming up here at the end of February. And again, as far as the team is concerned, the top 4 teams in the East and West make the team state tournament. And you look at the standings coming into play here tonight. Valley City is 2 games behind 4th place Grand Forks Central. Right now at 2-4, they're tied with Central Cass for 7th place in the EDC. They still have to get over Breckenridge Wahpeton, who they've lost to once. They have defeated West Fargo, so they have the tiebreak on West Fargo. They'll take on Grand Forks Central and Central Cass next week. So those will be 2 big EDC matches for the Highliners. If they can pick up a win here tonight and try to get themselves up there, they could find themselves wrestling next Tuesday for a chance to get into the state team duel. And a timeout. A technical violation called against Red River, so 4-0. Leroux is ahead, second period, 31 seconds to go. Our second junior varsity match. And we were told we were going to have about 4 junior varsity matches here before we get to the main event. There's a near reversal by Leerud. There's the reversal, and he's got near fall points. 6-0 Leerud with 15 seconds to go in the second period, and there's the fall. Jack Leerud picking up the fall at 172. So back-to-back pins for Valley City and JV. That looks like Trevor Mathias.
For the Rough Riders will be Manuel Simlai, and for the Highliners, Trevor Mathias.
I mentioned Manuel Simlai, who lost to Leerud at 172 pounds at the Rumble on the Red. He is going up against Trevor Mathias. Trevor, 8th grader, 172-pounder. And we're off here as we start things in the first period. Mathias and Simulai. Our third JV match. They could add a couple as I look over at the Highliner bench. There's a takedown by Mathias. He is up 3-0. Looks like a couple of wrestlers are getting ready to possibly hit the mat in junior varsity. Mathias leading Simulai here, 3-0. Getting things started, now 4-0. He's working on the chicken wing. And Mathias trying to get him over off the chicken wing. Coach Matt Marsh, the junior high, junior varsity coach. Also still heavily involved in express wrestling. Another solid year of express wrestling, and they'll really be hitting their youth tournaments hard here now in January. They won a few before the holidays, but they're going to be hitting the tournaments hard here in January. And our Coach's Corner that we have on Thursday mornings, we'll have a special express version coming up here in January, in early part of February, so stay tuned for that. There, going for the half Nelson is Mathias, and couldn't get that hooked up properly. Well, looking into the crossface, even do a front cradle. Now he's going to get some near fall points. Half minute to go, first period. And Mathias will get four near fall points. He's up 8-0. And now they're off the mat. 20 seconds, 19 seconds to go here in the opening period. 8-0, Mathias leading. Manuel Simulai. And here at 172 pounds. I want to thank our sponsors again here tonight, Pizza Corner at Valley City State University. And you talk to any team that comes to Valley City for athletics. You know, what are you going to do afterwards before you head home? Oh, they're stopping by Pizza Corner. They are going to stop and get a bunch of pizzas for their ride home. I wouldn't be a bit surprised. Red River is going to be the same. 8-0. Mathias leading as we start the second period here. 172 pounds in our junior varsity match. Varsity, again, both teams are going to have a couple of open weight classes. There's a takedown for Mathias. He's up 11-0. And this is what we were talking about here. If Trevor gets him on his back and gets near fall points, he's got himself a tech fall, and that will end the match here in the second period. And now Mathias trying to work on a combination. Try to get Simulai on his back. Minute 9 to go here in the opening period, or pardon me, second period, 11-0. Advantage to Mathias. Now again going on the chicken wing into the half. And Mathias couldn't quite get him over. Now if he walks him around, there he's got him over, and there he's going to get his near fall points. And if he doesn't get the pin, 44 seconds. There he goes. Matthias with the fall. 44 seconds to go in the second period. So Highlanders off to a 3-0 start. Now we're going to get down from 172 down to the young fellas.
We're going to go ahead and proceed right into our varsity match.
Oh, we're going to go right into our varsity. There we go. At 107. Valley City will have Simon Trapp.
For the Rough Riders, Camden Goulet.
And for the Rough Riders,
And for the Highlanders, Simon Trapp.
Ken Goulet. So Trapp and Goulet going here at 107. And well, now we're having a quick conversation with the coaches. And now we're ready to roll. Corey Harrelson is our referee tonight. This is 107 pounds. Still nothing here on the scoreboard. Half minute gone. We're at 107 pounds. Trapp and Goulet here locked up in the middle part of the mat. Neither wrestler has really made any attempts. Now, almost going in for the single leg was Trapp. He was thinking about it, then pulled back. Now we're both back in our standing positions. .53 seconds to go here in the period. Again, Trapp and Camden Goulet here, 107. 30 seconds to go in the period. The two still, neither have scored. They woke down to their knees, 14 seconds, stalemate still, nobody has control as of yet. Final seconds tick down here in the opening period, and we'll have a scoreless first period.
After one, the score is 0-0.
And Goulet defers, and Trapp is going to choose down. So we start period number 2 scoreless here at 107. Middle part of the mat. Traps get into his quad base. Trying to hook the leg is Goulet. Now Trapp sitting out. Can get to his feet. Simon. Get brought back down by Goulet. Minute 24 to go here in the period. We're in period number 2. No score. Oh, Simon can get his head out from underneath, get himself a possible reversal. Still now a near cradle there by Goulet. Referee just said something to the wrestlers. Now Goulet is going to get near fall. At a count of 2, he's going to pick up 2 near fall. So 2-0 Goulet leading, 47 seconds to go in period number 2. 107 pounds. Trapp, who's been in a lot of junior varsity tournaments for the Highliners and has done quite well in several junior varsity tournaments. I believe at the junior varsity portion of the Rumble, went 4-2. Now Goulet. Ooh, Goulet is a little off balance there. 12 seconds to go. Oh, he was a little off balance as he was on top of a trap. 3 seconds too, and that's going to take care of period number 2. No near fall points awarded. Still 2-0 advantage. It'll be Goulet's choice. But now Coach Aaron Larson wants to have a word with the official. Possibly, potentially dangerous is what the conversation may be about. Aaron Larson, 15-year head coach here for the Highliners. Stepped back the last couple of seasons as an assistant coach. And the conversation is complete. Goulet is going to choose down to start things here in the third period. Need to quickly break him down and get him over on his back to his trap. As we start things here at 107 pounds. Referee Hurlson is eyeing up the two as he works the perimeter and still waiting for something to be done here in the first 30 seconds of the period. I always like to wonder what's being said by the official. If he's saying something to the wrestlers, try to make a move, need to try for some combination, do something, or get called for the stall. Goulet there trying to sit out and then back on his belly. Trap, thinking about there's a stalling warning there on Goulet. 52 seconds to go. Goulet's on his feet, and now they're off the mat. Ooh, they had a little more mat to work with. Goulet had himself an escape. So he'll start down, leading 2-0. 51 seconds to go, third period. And now Trap's going to let him up. And so for the final 49 seconds, it is a 3-0 lead. Goulet over Simon Trapp here at 107. Still working the middle of the mat. Goulet spins around and no points. Now 3-point takedown there for Goulet. Takes a 6-0 lead. Still just a decision. Final 15 seconds here in the period. Camden Goulet up 6-0, now stalling on Simon Trapp with a warning. And that's going to do it for the period. And Goulet's going to win by a final of 6-0. And it'll be a 3-0 lead for Red River as we move up to 114. Trenton Giesler, Carter Coughlin could come out for Valley City.
At 114 for the Highlanders, Carter Coughlin.
It'll be Carter Coughlin coming out. Jeremiah Barda is going to come out here for the for the Rough Riders at 114. First time that Coughlin has faced Red River this year. So Carter Coughlin, Jeremiah Barda from Red River. Early seconds here of the first period. Coughlin, he too has spent a good chunk of the season wrestling junior varsity. Five and 3 record as far as varsity matches in the early part of the season. He actually 7 and 5 varsity record for Coughlin coming into the match tonight. Still no score, 33 seconds, first period. 114-pound weight class. Jeremiah Barta and Carter Coughlin. Younger brother of Chase. Carter, 7th grader. Chase, a 9th grader. May see Chase coming up here at 121. Still no control for either wrestler. And that'll take care of the first period. No score. And Chase will defer. Barta will take down to start the second period. Matt March, again the junior high, junior varsity coach, takes the lead with some of the younger wrestlers. Wrestlers he's probably had in express wrestling for the last 4 or 5 years before they move up to the varsity level. And Barta trying to get away. Coughlin regains control. As we're through the first half minute here in the second period, still no scoring here at 114 pounds. Now Coughlin, looked like he was trying to go half Nelson. Minute 6 to go, first period. Second period, no score. Coughlin trying to work him onto his back. This is the only EDC duel going on tonight. This is a makeup from earlier this year. Only then tomorrow night in West Fargo, they're taking on Moorhead. And other wrestling in the EDC tomorrow night. 42 seconds goes second period. Still no score. Jeremiah Barta and Carter Coughlin. Final 20 seconds of the second period. It'll be Coughlin's choice. And Barta up, potentially dangerous called there. And they're going to say he did not get the escape, so he is back in the referee's position. 15 seconds to go. And Barta spins around, still in control for Coughlin. 5 seconds to go. No points awarded as of yet. Still giving control to Coughlin, and that's the end of the period. So it is still scoreless after 2 periods, and it'll be Coughlin's choice to start the period. And he is going to choose down. So an escape in the mindset of Carter Coughlin. As we get started here in the third period at 114. Red River leading at 3-0. Camden Goulet defeated Simon Trapp 6-0 at 107. Up onto his feet is Coughlin, and potentially dangerous again. Brings the whistle. .136 to go in the period. Quick sit out there by Coughlin. As he had the foot, let's go. And now Barta trying to hook up the cradle. And he's got him half over, and nope, rolled him through, and still in control. Barta, here comes Coughlin trying to get that reversal. He's too high. Now he gets back on his feet. If Coughlin can get around behind him, and there's the reversal and near fall points. 2-0 with near fall points coming to Coughlin. Final minute of the third period. He's going to get 3 near fall points. 5-0. Coughlin with a big come from behind gets a reversal 58. Now with 40 seconds to go, leading 5-0. He's got the chicken wing hooked up, trying to get into the half. Barta trying to get back to his quad base. 24 seconds to go in the period. 18 seconds. Coughlin leading at 5-0. Barta, a sophomore at 107. Again, Carter, a 7th grader. 5 seconds to go in the period. And Carter comes up with a big win here by a final of 3-0 or 5-0. Carter Coughlin picks up the win, and that'll tie it up 3-3. So big win for Carter Coughlin. Now 8-5 on the season in varsity matches. Now we'll move into 121.
At 121 pounds, for the Rough Riders, Liam Wadlow.
So Liam Wadlow and Chase Coughlin will meet. These two met at the Rotary, and Liam Wadlow won that one by Tech Fall 20-1 at the Bismarck Rotary back in early January. Now meeting here a little less than a month later. Liam, a sophomore. Chase, a freshman. We're tied 3-3 off the mat. To the middle we go. Coughlin and Wadlow. Working the center of the mat, now getting off and into the middle part of the mat. As we approach a minute remaining, here's Coughlin, and there's a takedown for Coughlin. He takes a 3-0 lead, 56 seconds to go, first period. So Coughlin already with the improvement from their meeting at the Rotary, when Chase fell by Tech Ball 20-1. 35 seconds to go here in the opening period. Now the two facing, they're still getting Coughlin. Now 1 point escape. And it's now 3-1. Wadlow picking up the escape. And then shoots in. Coughlin holding on the single leg. 15 seconds to go in the first period. Wadlow trying to hook up the cradle. 5 seconds to go in the period. And Coughlin rolled right through that. No near fall points awarded.
After one, Coughlin leads 3-1.
And so Coughlin leads 3-1. Wadlow will defer, and Coughlin will go with neutral. As we start the second period, with Chase leading at 3-1. A warning stalling called there. As we're just getting started, half minute gone, second period. We're 121 pounds, Valley City and Red River. Chase Coughlin, Liam Wadlow. Shooting it on the single was Chase, but Wadlow sprawls out of it. And they work off the edge of the mat. Now they get back to the middle. Chase still holding on to that single. Minute 10 here in the period. And the whistle, stalemate. Still neutral. Wadlow trying to come back around. Coughlin was going for the single. Now grabbed the leg. And Coughlin going for the half. And he's got 3-point takedown. So Coughlin leads 6-1. Coughlin dangerous here. Wadlow has the no reversal yet. Still giving now the reversal for Wadlow. Makes it 6-3. And that'll do it for the second period. It'll be Wadlow's choice.
After 2, Coughlin leads 6-3.
And he is going to take it down.
Wadlow chooses down to begin the third.
So 6-3. Wadlow's thought a quick escape and possible takedown would give him a 4-point move and take the lead. So Coughlin's got to try to ride it out without getting called for stalling. Now he's going to let him up. There's an escape by Wadlow. There's 6-4. There's part one of his plan. Now the two locked up. Forehead to forehead. Half minute gone. And quickly around. Still no control. And all off the mat is Coughlin trying to. And Coughlin shooting it on the single. They are off the edge of the mat, but still 1 foot in the circle by Wadlow. Minute 10 to go in the period. Still no control for either wrestler. 6-4 and stalemate. 6-4 Chase leading with 1:05 remaining here in the third period. Coughlin already has improved from when these two met at the Rotary, and Wadlow won that by tech fall 20-1. Here's 6-4, final minute of the third period. Liam Wadlow, the sophomore. Coughlin, the freshman. Wadlow went for the shoot. Didn't get very far. 40 seconds to go in the period. He was trying to shuck him to the side. Coughlin holding on to the wrists. 28 seconds to go in the period. Chase needs to be careful here that he doesn't get thrown. And shooting in, he pops out of that. 20 seconds to go in the period. 15 seconds. Coughlin holding on to the wrists. Wadlow shooting for the single. 5 seconds to go. Again shooting, they're going to be off the mat, and that's going to be the end of the period. And Chase Coughlin with the 6-4 win. And the Highliners take a 6-3 lead here in the duel. Chase Coughlin picking up the win at 121. And definitely an improvement after getting tech fouled at the Rotary. Now Trenton Giesler.
And for the Rough Riders, Brody Ray.
It'll be Brody Ray, the freshman. Here at 127. First time these two have met this year. Again, Ray, the freshman. Trenton, the 8th grader. Wrestling up a weight class. Up 2, actually, as he normally weighs in at 114. There's a 3-point takedown for Roy.
Two near fall, Ray.
And now he gets 2 near fall points. Five, nothing. Brody Roy leading. And now he's going to get more near fall points. 44 seconds to go in the period. And he's going to get 4 near fall. And he leads now 9-0. And an escape for Giesler. Makes it 9-1. And there are 3-point takedown for Roy. Goes up 12-1. 20 seconds to go in the period. They're going to give an escape to Giesler. Makes it a 12-2 lead for Roy as he shoots in quickly off the whistle. And there's a 3-point takedown. And he leads 15-2. And he lets him up. 15-3. Another takedown, and we're done. And there's the takedown. So the 3-point takedown there for Giesler, or for Roy. 18-3 will be the final of the tech fall. So Brody Ray will pick up 5 points for his team. It's 8-6. Advantage now to Red River. Off the tech fall.
At 133 pounds, the Rough Riders are open. And for the Highlanders,
133 pounds. And I not hear who he said. I think it's in Quinton. But it's the Highlanders or the Raiders are open. So it's 12-8. Now we go to 139. And it'll be Colton Griebel going here for the Highlanders. And for Red River, Miles Larson. And Griebel, 9 seconds in, gets the takedown, and then Larson gets the escape, makes it 3-1. 15 seconds in, 3-1 Griebel. 34-1 on the year. Lone loss to Ben DeForest, reigning state champ at 133 from Bismarck, but then avenged that loss at the Rumble by beating up the Rotary. And there's the takedown for Griebel and the pin. 27 seconds in. So Griebel wins by fall, and that comes at 27 seconds. And it's 18-8 Valley City as we move up to 145. Now 140 for the Rough Riders. They will send out Nora Willich and Jaden Sir here for Valley City. at 145. Highliners lead the match 18-8. And there's a takedown for Sir. Takes a 3-0 lead. Noah Biosic. And there is near fall points coming here for Seward. And there's the fall for Jaden Seward. And that comes at 59 seconds. And the Highlanders take a 24-8 lead. And now we move up to 152 pounds.
At 152 pounds for the Highlanders, Cruz Kapperman.
It'll be Cruz Kapperman.
And for the Rough Riders, Max Martins.
Max Martins, the senior, here at 152. And Cruz Kapperman. There's a takedown for Martins. Quickly out in front, 3-0. 15 seconds here in the period. 24-8, Valley City leading with 152 pounds. And off the mat. One minute, 34 seconds remaining. We're just getting things started here. 3-0. Max Martins with that early takedown. Leading here at 152 pounds. Yeah, Martins, one of 3 seniors on the roster here and for Valley City. Kapperman, a junior. Sister Camden in her first year, wrestling on the girls team at 100 pounds. Off the chicken wing, Martins is working him around. He's going to get near fall points and then some. Minute to go in the period. Now he lets go of the chicken wing and he gets the fall. 1:06 of the period. That makes it a 24-14 Highliner lead as we head up to 160 pounds.
At 160 pounds, the Rough Riders are open.
Rough Riders are open.
And the Highliners, Tyson Clabo.
And Tyson Clabo will pick up the win by forfeit as they are open. Highliners now up 30-14 as we go to 172.
172 pounds for the Highliners, Leighton Hendrickson.
And it'll be Leighton Hendrickson.
And for the Rough Riders, Quinn Rarick.
Here 172. Leighton Hendrickson. Quinn Rarick for Red River. Highlanders up 30-14 here at 172. There's takedown for Leighton. Takes a 3-0 lead. This is an important match here for the Highliners, leading 30-14. If Leighton can win this one, it would clinch the duel for Valley City. But don't speak too soon. As Rarick going for looked like he was trying for the front cradle. And now he's going to get to reversal for Rarick. Makes it 3-2, Hendrickson leading. 1 minute remaining in the period. Yeah, this is the first matchup between Red River and Valley City, so none of the Highliner varsity wrestlers outside of Chase Coughlin have faced any Red River Rough Riders this year. And off the mat, still in control, is Hendrickson. Or pardon me, Rarick. 3-2, Layton leads. 40 seconds to go first period. And Layton getting on that quad, now gets to his feet. Rarick is going to get 1 point escape there. Escape for Layton. He takes a 4-2 lead. 18 seconds to go in the first period. Now they'll start neutral. As they size each other up. 5 seconds to go in the first period. And there's a throw by Rarick, but Layton gets the takedown. Rarick tried to get the throw and was off balance, and Layton will get the takedown and leads 7-2. Layton will defer for the period. And Rarick will choose bottom with Hendrickson up 7-2 as we start the second period. Rarick quickly sits out. Hendrickson breaks him down again. Pushing down pressure on the head. We're in the second period here at 172. Layton leads at 7-2 for Valley City. And he's going to let him up. There's an escape for Rarick, makes it 7-3. And he quickly goes in on the headlock, does Rarick. And right on the edge of the mat, Hendrickson had hold of the knee, lets go. And now they're going to get 3-point takedown for Rarick. And they're off the mat, 7-6. Rarick has got within one. 55 seconds to go in the second period. And Rarick, you get into the referee's position. Hendrickson leading 7-6. Here in period number 2. 172 pounds, potentially dangerous there. And Rarick takes a quick glance at his coach and then up at the scoreboard. 39 seconds to go in the second period. Hendrickson got up, now back down on his stomach as he gets to one knee. And Hendrickson a little high there, but now a headlock and near fall points coming from Rarick. 15 seconds to go in the period. He's got 4 near fall points coming. 10 seconds to go in the period, and there's a reversal by Hendrickson. So 4 near fall, and then Hendrickson with reversal gets 2, makes it 10-9, and that'll conclude the second period. So 4 near fall points for Rarick, and then Hendrickson immediately got the reversal. Rarick leads 10-9 as we head to the final period. And we're going to go neutral as we start the third period. And time called and medical timeout. Hendrickson being looked at by the training staff. Coach Aaron Larson, Coach Gums talking with him on the far side. So we have a moment. Here we go. 10-9 as we start the third period. Hendrickson trailing by 1. 172 pounds. Going to go for the shooting in for the single, and thought better of it was Hendrickson. 1:45 remaining. And still no control. Hendrickson as they get off the mat. And they will both be in neutral with 1:34 remaining third period. Hendrickson sizing him up here as we work the middle of the mat. Final 90 seconds of the third period. 10-9. Rarick leading. Here 172. And Hendrickson nearly going in and getting the takedown. Still no points awarded. Hendrickson on his haunches and had him rolled through, and now takedown for Rarick and more. He's got near fall points coming. 50 seconds to go. He's up 13-9 off the takedown. And this would be a major decision if he gets the 4 near fall points. He's got 4 near fall points right now. There's 4 near fall. Takes a 17, or they only give him 3. They only gave him 3. That makes it 16-9. So it is still just a decision. With 20 seconds. Oh, they did give him. Okay, they did give him 4 points. It is 17-9. So it was 4 near fall points, so it's 17-9. Final 10 seconds. And that is going to be your final 17-9. So major decision. Makes it 30-18. I do believe that will be a major decision, winning 17-9. I think they're just double checking on. Originally, they put up that it was just 3 near fall points. Then they put up 4. So they have not changed the team score as of yet. But I believe that would be a major decision as they're having discussion at the scorers table. As we get ready for the 189-pound match. Again, a reminder, tonight's coverage of Highliner Wrestling brought to you by Pizza Corner and Valley City State University. Glad you could be with us here on the Highliner Activity Network. And again, a big shout out to all of you viewers. That was just a regular decision, just a decision. So it is 30-17. I think it's got to be plus 8 points. So now for the Highliners, Ryer Muskie at 189. I believe Red River is open. Yep, they are open. So that'll make it a 36-17 score. And that means the Highliners will have the duel as we go to 2:15. Dylan Hunt. Again, now TJ Hansen talking with the official. Garrett Grefting, I believe, is going to be ready to go here for Red River at 2:15. Again, the Highliners, by virtue of that forfeit at 189, leading 36-17 and have clinched the duel.
At 215 pounds, for the Highliners, Dylan Hunt.
So there's Dylan Hunt.
And for the Rough Riders, Garrett Grefting.
And Garrett Grefting. Here at 215. Two matching up. Now this is the first time again that these two have met this season. Hunt coming off his 5th place finish at the Starhawk this past weekend. The senior. And he will get 3-point takedown. And take the early advantage. 45 seconds into this first period. Working up on the chicken wing is Hunt. And he's got him over. Hunt's got near fall plus coming up. He's got 4 near fall points, and he's got the pin. The fall by Dylan Hunt at 104. 42-17. Valley City takes the lead. And Owen Hunt due up here at heavyweight. And we'll see who the Rough Riders are going to send out. They did not have anybody listed. Sam Bierke now will come out. And against Owen Hunt. Sam Bierke, he has faced a Highliner earlier this year at 215. He defeated or lost to Andon Bulow at the Rotary in the quarterfinals of the JV tournament. There's a takedown right away for Owen Hunt. So Owen with the early 3-0 advantage, 15 seconds gone here in the period. Hunt, he's coming off a 3rd place finish at the Storhog at 285. Owen finding himself ranked 8th in the state. Dylan, too, ranked 8th in the state at 215. Owen, as a freshman, is really come on this year in the for the Highliner wrestling team. Of course, his signature win had to be here at the holiday tournament in December when he defeated a then 3rd-ranked Amari Williams at heavyweight, pinned him as a matter of fact in that tournament. And Amari has gotten him 2 other times, but that was a big win for Owen, and he's just continued to grow here for the Highliners at that heavyweight position. Leading here 3-0. 40 seconds to go in the opening period. And now getting on the half Nelson. Hunt trying to get him over. And he's got near fall points coming. 24 seconds to go in the period. No points were awarded. There was a count going. Now Hunt's going to get him back over again off the half there. Hunt's got him again, chest to chest. He's got the count going. And that's going to do it for the end of the period. And they're going to give him 4 near falls. So 7-0, Owen leading as we get started for the second period. Bierke will defer. And neutral position. So Hunt leading 7-0 as we start period number 2. And Hunt gets him down immediately. Takes a 10-0 lead and then gets the pin. 9 seconds into the period. A fall for Owen Hunt at 2:09. And he wins it. And the Highliners win the duel tonight, 48-17. So a big win for Valley City. So now they go to 3-4 on the season in the EDC. With this win, they are 5-7 overall. So the Highliners with this 3-4 mark will take a half-game lead on Breckenridge Wahpeton as they move into 6th in the EDC. Of course, Breckenridge Wahpeton holds the tiebreak by beating Valley City earlier this year. But the Highliners with the win tonight now go to 3-4 and 5-7 overall. Red River falls to 0-5 in the EDC and 4-8 on the season. We'll take a quick break and come back and wrap things up, recap this one, and let you know what's coming up here on the Highliner Activity Network. We'll do that when we return. This is Highliner Wrestling here from the Hack on the Highliner Activity Network. Well, let's take a look at the way this one played out tonight. At 107 pounds, Camden Goulet of Red River. He defeated Simon Trapp 6-0. Red River off to a 3-0 start. At 114, Carter Coughlin with a win over Jeremiah Barda, 5-0 the final, to take a 3-0 to tie the match at the duel at 3-3. At 121 pounds, Chase Coughlin with a 6-4 decision over Liam Wadlow. Liam Waddle, of course, won by tech fall earlier this year, but a nice comeback and a victory for Chase Coughlin, 6-4, and the Highliners up 6-3. Then Brody Ray won by tech fall 18-3 over Trenton Giesler, and that made it a 8-6 advantage for the Rough Riders. And then at 133 pounds, Twincy Corbin got his arm raised as Red River was open. Highlanders up 12-8. And then at 139 pounds, Colton Grable, 16 seconds in, he defeated Miles Larson, and it was 18-8 Valley City. Then at 145 pounds, Jaden Sir, he defeated Noah Biosic of Red River by fall, 59 seconds, and the Highliners were up 24-8. Then at 152 pounds, Max Martins of Red River defeated Cruz Kappelman by fall at 106, making it a 24-14 advantage for the Highliners. Then at 160 pounds, Red River was open. Tyson Claybo got the forfeit. Highliners up 30-14. And then at 172 pounds, Quinn Rarick of Red River defeated Leighton Hendrickson by a final of 16-12. That was the discussion that was going on over at the scores table as they gave the points. They forgot to give some takedown points to Valley City. That's why I originally thought it was a 17-9 final, and they changed it to 16-12. So just a decision for Rarick. That made it 30-18. And then Ryer Muskie, he got his arm raised as they were open at 189. That made it 36-17. That clinched the duel for Valley City. Then Dylan Hunt got a fall, defeating Garrett Grafting at 107. That made it 42-17 Highliners. And then Owen Hunt with a fall over Sam Bierke at 210. And that made the final 48-17 for Valley City. So again, the Highliners now 3-4 in the EDC, 5-7 overall. And Red River falls to 0-5 in the EDC and 4-8 overall. Next up now for Valley City, they will have the quad coming up, or the triangular coming up next Tuesday. Again, these are going to be two big matches with Grand Forks Central and Central Cass. The Highliners are battling both of them to try to get into that top four to get into the team state tournament. So that'll be coming up next Tuesday right back here. Again, we'll have coverage of the Central Cass Valley City duel and Grand Forks Central Valley City duel. And we'll have that here next Tuesday here at 6 o'clock from the Hack. And then the Highliners will then be into the East Region individual tournament. They'll go to Fargo Davies to wrap up the regular season. Then they have the individual tournament. That'll be going on at West Fargo Cheyenne February 15th. And then, of course, the state tournament the 22nd and 23rd of February. Well, it's going to wrap things up here tonight. Highliners winning it 48-17 on Parents' Night. Again, my thanks to Technical Director, Camera Operator, and producer tonight, Ray Nelson, and also to our sponsors for Highliner Wrestling here tonight, Pizza Corner and Valley City State University. The busy week of athletics continues tomorrow, and Valley City will be taking on Wahpeton. It'll be a girls and boys doubleheader. We'll start with the girls junior varsity at 4:30 tomorrow afternoon here at the Hack. Then the girls varsity at 6 against the Huskies, and the boys varsity at 7:30. In a key game for the Valley City Highliners in Region 1 against the Huskies, and then they will be taking on Thursday, Kindred. But first things first, Valley City and Wahpeton tomorrow, 6 o'clock for the varsity girls, 7:30 for the varsity boys, and 4:30 for the junior varsity girls. Until then, Paul McDonald reminding you, 48-17, Highliners win tonight over Grand Forks Red River in wrestling. And we say until tomorrow, so long from the Highliner Activity Center.